session what we have discussed? Anything you'd like to bring in and have some questions?
No, Surendra.
Yeah. Okay. So no issues. Let me give a recap what we have discussed in the previous session. Mainly, we concentrated on ExpressRoute configuration in the previous session. Hi, Harsha. Good evening. So in the previous session, we have talked about ExpressRoute setup in Azure. So ExpressRoute in the sense, it does help us in providing the dedicated connectivity from Azure data center to your on-premises data center. Kind of dedicated in the sense, it will not use the internet. It's a private link, private pipe. If a layman terminology, they will be given to us based on the throughput which you do select with the vendor. So as part of previous session, what we have done, we created a virtual network gateway with a VPN type of ExpressRoute. We also does create ExpressRoute service by selecting some service provider. That is what on a high level what we have done in the previous session, right? If I navigate to the ExpressRoute RG, you could see here there is a gateway. This particular gateway has the public IP address. What is the gateway type? You could see it's an ExpressRoute. Here you have created one ExpressRoute service named. You could see, assuming that our physical data center is in on-premises somewhere in US, and we have Azure virtual network is running at West US2. Right. So in my data center, you need to choose a provider, the internet service provider who is supporting at your on-premises. You need to choose the same vendor in Azure at the time of provisioning. Till that we have just provisioning part alone we have seen as part of the previous session. Right. Till that it's clear, folks, what we have discussed in the previous session. We created one virtual network gateway, one ExpressRoute circuit. Yes, Chiranjeevi.
Yeah, what does that mean? Like the same network provider meaning? You said like we need to have same.
Let's say in our on-premises data center or at your work location, your service provider, internet service provider is, let's say you are taken from AT&T, you have taken from Jio, you have taken it from BSNL,
Clear.
the service provider.
Understood.
So typically, ExpressRoute in the sense, your service provider only has to lay down the cable, physical cable between your Azure data center to on-premises data center. Okay, that is what your dedicated connectivity. Okay, in this example, if you could see, we just provision the service. Provider is AT&T, is one of the largest service provider in US region, and provider status, what you could see here?
Not provision.
Not provision. Peering location is Silicon Valley, so my data center is in Silicon Valley. Bandwidth I have up to 50 Mbps. We have something called service key, unique key. So once after it's been provisioned, our responsibility is we need to work with collaboratively with your service provider. Saying that, but anyway, you have given the connectivity to my data center. Now my requirement is Azure to data center. We need a dedicated connectivity. This is the Azure service key. This is the location and this is the subscription. So by sharing these details with your service provider, what he will do in the backend, he will allocate 50 Mbps of dedicated space in the bigger pipe what you might have laid down from Microsoft data center to his cloud region in the backend. Once after,
Sorry to interrupt. Where you are defining source and destination here? You just created a route, right? So you're saying like we need to discuss with provider. So you mentioned
one end is on-prem, other end is cloud.
Correct. Yeah.
When it comes to cloud, it is your virtual network only. You have your VMs, the connectivity we are talking everything with respect to networking scenario today, correct? Let's say you are having VNet 01.
Okay.
And it has running 100 virtual machines.
Okay.
Those 100 virtual machines, you are sitting at on-premises data center, on-premises work location.
Okay.
and you want to access them, or it requires a communication between cloud to on-prem to cloud. There is a requirement. So in such cases, you could, instead of doing, we have performed the side-to-side tunnel in the previous sessions, correct?
Correct.
So side-to-side tunnel will use internet to communicate.
No. Here my question is, in site to site or point to site, if you, when you're at the time of configuration, it's asking for the details of both. So, two endpoints, right?
We are yet to do that.
Oh, is it? Okay. That's okay. Clear.
So it is just a provisioning of a circuit, because somewhere physically someone has to go ahead and allocate the 50 Mbps from Azure data center to the service provider location, the dedicated link. Let's say they might have laid down 100 gig of a pipe, right? They cannot do each and every customer daily cabling. They cannot do, right? They might have underground cabling. They might have done one single pipe with 100 gigabytes, 1,000 gigabytes. In that, I am the one customer to the AT&T. So based on the service key, what they will do in the backend, they will assign 50 Mbps of a speed or a bandwidth for me to communicate from on-premises to cloud. Till that it's clear?
Yeah, we are provisioning this only to give this particular connection to the service provider, right?
So to service provider identify that we are belongs to, let's say, my project or my company is like Azure Training 27 is my company. To recognize that, we'll give subscription ID service key, dedicated one. Based on the service key in the backend, they will provision.
Okay.
Once after it is provisioned by your service provider, you could see the service status here. Are you able to see the service status? It will become provisioned state. Instead of not provisioned, what will happen? It will become changed to provisioned state. Once after it has been provisioned, you could see something called Azure Private here. Here also, it will get changed to provisioned. Primary subnet, secondary subnet will be automatically be filled up by your vendor. Clear, guys? This peer ASN number, autonomous system number, will be generated by the vendor, primary subnet, secondary subnet. If they are using some kind of a VLAN in the backend, most of the scenarios, as soon as circuit get provisioned, these values will get filled up automatically.
We do this Microsoft Azure team will do, because see, when we are accessing this, right? So do we have contacts to contact this service provider by ourselves, or we need to integrate with Azure?
Yeah, typically as being an Azure administrator, you won't have it. But as we are dealing with a service provider who is given service at on-premises, right? They're already having a contact. So it is our organization on-prem network team. We need to reach out and collaboratively, we need to work with them. It is not like directly we can communicate with them and get the things done. That is not quite possible, because there is some changes has to be done by your on-premises engineer as well when it comes to routing, adding the IP segments and all other stuff.
Okay.
It's a collaborative work which we need to take it up with your networking team.
Okay. No, the reason, this Azure portal, we have our own restricted access, right? You said the details, whatever we see in the screen will get auto-populated here.
Yeah.
Once after the provision. Will they have, we need to create an account for them to,
not required.
Not required. Okay.
It will populate based on the service account, service key, they will populate. That it will happen over the backend. Some scenarios, it means like 3-4 years before the thing is that it is not happened automatically.
Okay.
They will share these details over the email. This is what my peer ASN, primary subnet this one, secondary subnet is this one, VLAN ID. You just need to update and save.
Okay.
Either ways, the job is same, no difference in it. But what we have observed in nowadays, last 2-3 years, is that you no need to update, this population will happen automatically.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, where to track the status? You have any status page to track the progress? No.
No, we don't have anything. So it will change here as soon as your provider is given a confirmation that yes, boss, your circuit is provisioned in the backend. 50 Mbps circuit is given to you. If he confirms, then if you can refresh and check that, data will be populated.
Okay, there is no status. Okay, fine. We need to just keep refreshing and monitor the screen. That's it. Okay.
That's it. So as you've been asked, the right question is where I could get to know which one is my primary, which one is my secondary and all other stuff, right? This is where you can add your connection similar to site to site.
Okay.
Okay. For me, it is not allowing because my circuit itself is not provisioned. So it is thinking that there is no point in adding a connection.
Correct. Okay.
But what I will do, instead of adding it from here, if you add it from a gateway also, it is the same job only. So I'm going to the connection. Here it will allow, but it will fail because we don't have a circuit itself is not provisioned. Okay. So I'm just saying that this is my ER connection 01. Type is express route. So we have seen our previous session VNet to VNet, site to site only we have seen, correct? Yeah. Right. This time we are seeing express route. Source is my gateway. Let's say gateway in the sense my Azure network. Destination is on premises. We are connecting through the express route. So you can pick this up. Right. You need to select the express route gateway and then click on OK. So that what will happen? You will be get initiated the connection of express route using your gateway 1 and VNet 1 to the express route. Is it clear, guys, how to add a connection? It is similar to your site to site only. We are just adding a connection for your express route.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So earlier, actually, it is allowing me to select the express route circuit. For some reasons, it's not even allowing me. So it is easy to select and it will fail. That is fine. But now it's not even allowing me to click on OK because I couldn't be able to select the circuit because my circuit is not provisioned. This is the process of enabling the communication of one virtual network through the express route to your on-premises. Right? If you guys remember, as I've been mentioned in a real-time scenario that we have selected a plan called standard plan here, correct? SKU size is standard. It means it does support up to 10 virtual network to add. So in the connections, if we add one gateway connection, it will become one connection. Similarly, you can add 10 different connections based on this pricing tier. Right? This is where your hub and spoke model as an architecture comes into the picture, whereas one VNet will add a connection, rest all other VNets, instead of creating a gateways and adding a connection, all other virtual networks will do the peering with the hub network. Right? So that you will be using standard pricing tier, but you will be doing the peerings of hundreds of VNets, so that you will be paying for the standard plan, but make use of the 100 VNets can use the same express route connection. Is it clear? Want me to explain?
Yeah, Surendra.
So this is your on-prem and this is your cloud. So what we have done just now, we have enabled the communication between on-prem to cloud using which method?
ExpressRoute.
ExpressRoute. So here it is on-premise. So this is Azure. We'll call this as a hub network. Why I'm calling hub network? Assume that here I am having virtual network and virtual network gateway and express route circuit. These are all services I provisioned here in my hub network. Right? Tomorrow, if I want to add one more virtual network, what I need to do? I need to create VNet 02, VNet gateway 02 also. Then only I can add multiple connections to gateway. That is what we have seen, correct? In the screen. To add a connection, what you need? You need a gateway, right? If you could see here, where I am adding the connection, I am adding a connection on virtual network gateway. It means whenever you are having multiple VNets, if you want to use the express route, you need to create gateways accordingly, add the connections accordingly. So it is kind of tedious job. Same time, it is it will incur the more cost for you. So to mitigate that, most 99.9% of the organization will use this methodology called hub and spoke model. It means ExpressRoute will be configured only for one VNet, and then all your other VNets, right? Let's say this is VNet 02, VNet 03, VNet 0100, for example. What typically they do, they will enable the peering for this. Do you guys remember peering concept, guys? What we have done? Peering. Assume that this is my spoke VNet. So instead of that confusion, VNet 02. This is VNet 03. This is VNet 04. Right? So only thing is you need to get remember as part of the peering. If you guys remember in the peering properties, there is an options, right? You need to, in a hub network, you need to select the gateway transit. You need to click on the radio button. On a spoke network, you need to select the use remote gateway, because where is the gateway residing? It is there in a hub network remotely. You don't have the gateways in a spoke networks, correct? Clear, guys? This is how you can use technically one VNet and one gateway, but you can make use of all other virtual network traffic also can be used via the express route using this hub and spoke model. This is pretty kind of a common concept each and every organization uses today. I need you guys to understand, at least leave over the technology part on a high level, what is meant by hub and spoke model. Any questions?
Surendra, can you explain once more? Little confusing here.
That's fine. How about others? Are you guys able to follow? Okay. So what I'm saying currently, so we have created one gateway, correct? Gateway 01 with the gateway type as ExpressRoute, correct, Chiranjeevi?
Yes.
This is been using for which virtual network?
01.
VNet 01, correct?
Yeah.
VNet 01, and as part of a connection, assume that I have added a connection of ExpressRoute connection.
Correct. Okay.
So that gateway is 01. Gateway 01 in the sense VNet 01, I am enabled the connection.
Correct.
So in this example, I have VNet 01.
Okay.
Right? Successfully established the communication between on-prem to cloud using ExpressRoute. Till that it is clear?
Clear.
Now, assume that in your environment, you have VNet 02 also. So currently, let me check for virtual networks. So currently, how many VNets I have?
Only one.
Only one. Assume that in a real-time scenario, you are having 50 VNets.
Okay.
Requirement is 50 VNets want to use ExpressRoute to communicate with on-premises.
Okay.
So in that case, what is the procedure? Similar to VNet 01, create 50 virtual network gateways, correct?
Okay.
And add a connection.
Mm-hmm.
Is that point clear?
Yes.
So instead of creating 50 gateways, that is the tedious job. In the same time, your cost also is getting increased, correct?
Correct.
And also with the express route, you have a limitation to use only 10 VNets only for the standard plan.
Right.
So to mitigate that, to overcome that, what we have brought in a concept, a technology called hub and spoke. It means whatever the 50 VNets, right? Instead of creating a connections for this 50 VNets, I will do the peering between these two.
At the network level, right?
Net VNet to VNet.
VNet to VNet. Okay. Earlier, okay. The old and earlier this concepts. Okay.
Yes, yes. Earlier concept, do you remember? We have done peering, global peering.
Global pairing, correct. Okay.
You will do the peering, that's it. But
Okay,
only thing is
for VNet 01 it will be primary. The rest will be peering. That's a primary connection. For that
correct.
we're doing like multiple. Okay, understood.
That's it. That is called hub and spoke model. If you go to the peering, only thing you need to remember is while adding the peering, right? You need to select this option. What is this option? Use this virtual network gateway. You need to select on a VNet 02 settings. You need to select the use remote gateway.
Okay, not only VNet 02, all the rest of the gateways, right? Whatever we map
Whatever
to
you want to use,
use
whatever
for
you
this.
are getting peering. So if you
Mhm,
are not selecting these values, for example, use virtual network gateway
mhm,
on a source hub network, on a
mhm.
spoke VNet, if you are not selecting use remote virtual network gateway,
No
what
problem.
will happen? Your communication will happen 01 to 02 without having any problem. But
Correct.
03, 02 want to communicate with on-premises IPs, it will fail
It will fail. Okay.
because we didn't say to use the gateway here.
Mhm. Okay.
That is the important thing. When it
Okay.
comes to interview, you should be able to explain this very clearly. Then only he could get, interviewer will get some bit of a confidence on what you have typically been explaining.
Yeah, I have one more question. See, for express route, we are selected as 50 Mbps, for example. So that's the
Correct.
bandwidth.
Yeah.
So when you are, enabling multiple, like, as you said, like, for example, 10 additional VNets, how we, calculate the, because see, if there is a number of connections will be more, no, that response will be, lesser from, the communication, what is that? Uh, bandwidth will get reduced, right? So how to, calculate those before, going with the peering?
So your concern is we are having 50 Mbps. You are
Yeah,
adding 100 VNets. How
correct,
much bandwidth is the support?
correct.
So that is completely vary with business to business. If they are
No,
using the traffic is transferring very huge, it is our responsibility to design and increase the circuit size. Today it is 50 Mbps, right? We need to increase this an Azure end 50 Mbps, let's say 100 Mbps. Same time, you need to inform to your service provider also to increase the bandwidth.
no, where I can see that. See, for example, like, the traffic was more, and, where I
Monitoring.
can
Monitoring part we had to discuss. So under
okay.
monitoring, we
Oh,
could
is it?
see the utilization of this.
Okay, okay, fine.
Under we have the monitoring area of each
Mhm.
and every service, right?
Oh,
Under
is it?
monitoring, you have an option to see the circuit usage.
Okay, whenever any like, complaint related to bandwidth, we need to come and see the monitoring page and see, like, how much is the usage and all, right? So,
That's absolutely correct. Yeah.
okay, clear.
You can also see at the gateway level also on a
Okay.
connections, right?
Mhm.
And if you click on the connection, you have data in and data out windows here. There also you could see, but ExpressRoute circuit usage also you have a separate window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, clear to me.
Any questions, guys? Harsha, Siva, able to follow what we are discussing? That's fine. So hub and spoke model is clear, Chiranjeevi, now for you.
Yeah, clear.
Now that peering, whatever I've been mentioned, right? You can do the peering within the subscription, between the subscription also you can do, no problem in that.
Okay.
Okay. If at all you don't want to use a hub and spoke model, and you have, right, you have a VNet, it is second subscription, not in the subscription where you have gateway and circuit is residing. Your VNet is belongs to subscription 02, for example, and you want to use not hub and spoke model, you want to use a connection model in case, Chiranjeevi. So in such cases, you need to authorize the connection. How will authorize? Here you can find resource ID.
No, I didn't get. Can you repeat, please? I didn't get that.
Here you have spoke VNet, you have done the peering, correct?
Correct.
Assume that in this example, this is VNet 04 is belongs to subscription 03 or 04.
Okay.
Hub network is at subscription 01.
Okay.
You can do the peering and do the hub and spoke model. No issues in that. Assume that you are not using hub and spoke.
Okay.
And you want to add a connection.
Okay.
Right? In such cases, as gateway is residing in one subscription, VNet and gateway is going to be reside in a different subscription. To add a connection, you need to navigate to the authorization screen in ExpressRoute circuit. In this screen, authorization. In this, copy the resource ID. Resource ID is nothing but subscriptions, subscription ID, resource group name, provider, network is a provider, service is ExpressRoute. That's it. It is just a syntax. Copy it and give a name for it. I'm just giving a name called subscription 04 is a name. Click on save. So what it will generate one unique key for you. Okay. You could see that key in a minute. Are you able to see one authorization key here?
Yeah.
Just copy that authorization key. This is generated for subscription for VNet 04. Now, assume that this gateway 01 belongs to subscription 04, VNet 04. Just assume.
Okay.
So you need to add a connection. If it is the same subscription, what will happen, Chiranjeevi, here? It will recognize the circuit here.
Okay.
Let me select the ExpressRoute. If you see the ExpressRoute circuit, it will recognize the circuit here.
Correct.
AZT26 here. It's a different subscription. No, it doesn't know where it is. In such cases, you are assuming that it is a subscription 04. Just assume. So instead of selecting the source and destination, I will select the option called redeem authorization.
Okay.
When you click on the redeem authorization, what will happen? It will ask you to enter the authorization key. Just paste it, whatever we just copied. Peer circuit URI is nothing but your resource ID.
Okay.
Paste it here and click on OK. So what will happen now? In your ExpressRoute circuit, you are adding a connection where your VNet is belongs to different subscription. Is it clear, guys, what authorization does?
Okay. See, now you did for subscription 4, right? If I have if I want to do the same thing for subscription 5, again we need to come here, click authorization, right?
Yes. Generate one more. One subscription will always be used for only one.
Okay. Can you click again authorization, please? It will just will it show you I mean how many subscriptions we have, or otherwise what is the name here? Is it a unique name, or like whatever the name we feel we can give the name content?
You can give any name. Your concern is more in terms of key.
No, my question is different. See, now you created one key here, right? Now you could see here under ExpressRoute, we have created one authorization key, correct? For subscription 04. If I have subscription 05, here, how I can create the second key here in the same screen?
Subscription 05. Click on save.
Oh, resource ID will be, okay, got it. Resource ID will be the same. We'll get an additional authorization.
See, resource ID means for your Azure service, each and every service will have ID.
No, here it's mentioned as subscription / meaning this is dedicated subscription
of your Azure ExpressRoute.
Okay. No, I thought, okay, now clear. Understood. Clear. Okay. Thank you.
This is how you need to configure and manage the ExpressRoute circuit. Any
Okay.
questions, guys, with this?
Yes. See, after when we talk about creating like express road connections and all, and when you say like hub and spoke model, right? So we are giving the peering connection between different networks, right? How I can filter a traffic here, for example, like VNet from VNet 02, and again it's when had a connection with on-premise, as you said, like, there are multiple networks, right? How I can filter the network traffic here? Do we need to use the security groups again here for each and every connectivity?
Filter in the sense,
Yes.
Chiranjeevi. So can you elaborate? Because I didn't
No,
understand.
no. We had a topic discussed, right? Network security groups, wherein like it we used to
NSG.
filter the network traffic. Yeah,
So
NST.
NSG is we have been using for internet ports to open. It is internal, right? Here you
We
are
are not.
connecting through the private IPs,
Okay, okay,
right?
okay.
It
Only for
means our
internet stuff will
communication
go fine.
is one VNet to one VNet.
Okay.
If you just see your NSG, any NSG, first inbound rule is if your source is virtual network, destination is virtual network, all ports, all protocols is allowed.
Okay. Understood. Only across internet we'll go with. Okay, fine. Yeah. Here, when you are using ExpressRoute as a dedicated internal, connectivity. So okay, right. Hmm. Got it. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, clear.
Yeah. How about others able to follow up express route settings? When it comes to interview, you should say that you worked on an express route setup. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions, Shiva, Harsha? Able to follow?
Yes.
Okay. If you just see this
Yes,
is,
Surendra.
yeah. Do you have any questions, Harsha?
No, Surendra.
Azure Hub and Spoke model. So technical diagram also I will show you how it. I was this kind of MS Paint diagram, right? So I was just taking this. So are you able to see this diagram? And
Yes, Surendra.
Azure, the express route connection is happened to the gateways. From here to here, Spoke network, we are doing the VNet peering. Right? Spoke 1, Spoke 2, they mentioned VNet 01, VNet 02. They have done the peering. Hub network has the gateways and express route circuit are configured. Okay? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. This is all about express route, guys. I'm just deleting this resource group. Do you guys need for your practice purpose? You can keep it, no problem. Let me see how many days we have left for this free trial. It's easy to give the warning. Are you receiving any emails with respect to the last day of this free trial?
No, no. I mean, I've created a separate email account for this. I didn't log in. Forgot the password also.
No problem. So
Yes.
your free credit score expires in 7 days. We have one more week. Let's
Okay.
make of effective use. Yeah.
Yeah. Just can you drop those connections? We'll just create and try once.
You want me to create the delete
No,
these
no. Drop.
resources?
Delete. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay. The next concept which we're going to talk about is load balancer. This is very frequent concept irrespective of a cloud or on-premises. Load balancer is the service which is mandatory service being used at any organization. Right? You have a public load balancer, internal load balancer, and port forwarding. Three concepts in load balancer. Public load balancer in the sense it will whatever the traffic comes from the internet, it will receive and it will distribute the load. It will balance the load to the multiple virtual machines. Let's say you have 3 virtual machines is serving for one application. Right? When it comes to real time, your application will always be configured on multiple virtual machines. Right? Why they will configure multiple virtual machines, guys? Because they cannot rely on a single virtual machine for a high availability perspective. So that most of the scenarios, your applications will be clustered or highly available. Application will be running on multiple virtual machines. So the middle component is your load balancer. Top one is your internet. If the traffic is coming with the HTTP traffic landing at your load balancer is segregating the traffic between the available virtual machines. Nothing to worry. We have a practical session on it. We'll create 2 virtual machines. We'll install Apache Tomcat on it. We'll have one very basic HTML code on it. And we'll configure the load balancer and we'll access this application of 2 virtual machines via the load balancer. And I will show you how exactly it is balancing the load as well. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
And next thing is you have something called internal load balancer. So when I say the public means it will be used for end users who is trying to access over the internet. Assume that you have an application, that application is designed to access within your company, right? It is not required to access over the internet to your other engineers or other resources. Best example is today you have your internal leave portals, internal pay cycles, right? These URLs will be accessed only within your organization. Am I understanding correct? Most of the times. So this kind of an application, if you want to use it, so Azure Load Balancer have an option to distribute the load on a round robin fashion internally as well using a private IP. So public load balance in the sense your load balancer will get assigned public IP. Internal load balance in the sense your load balancer will be assigned private IP. Clear? So as I mentioned, this internal load balancer can be used within the network, cross premises networks as well. It means your application can be in on premises, your database is in cloud, still you could make use of this service. Similarly, you have multi-tier application. It means front end web application is using an internet, back end databases is serving internally because your databases will not be accessed over the internet, right? As being an end user, for me, web application only I will use it. How it is processing the database request in the backend, I'm nowhere care about, right? So here also what they will do, they will use one more load balancer of a private virtual machines to DB instead of having an internet. They will make sure it's a private connection. This internal load balancer again maintain 3 more workloads to distribute the traffic. So only difference is public one will use public IP, private load balancer will use internal load balancer will use private IP address. We'll see that provisioning and all other stuff. Nothing to worry. Just theoretical information. What is mean by load balancer? What are the different types we do have? One is private load balancer. Internal, that is nothing but internal load balancer. We have a public load balancer. That will do the load balancing over the internet. One load balance of internal will do the load balancing within the organization, within the network using private IP. Is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Next thing is port forwarding. When I mean port forwarding, it means load balancer also having a capability of NAT rules. NAT in the sense network address translator. Right? With this, you can have a port forwarding solution with from an internet. You can communicate to the load balancer using one port. In the backend, load balancer does support forwarding to that particular specific port to the backend in a different port also. Right? That kind of a port forwarding features also is available with Azure Load Balancer solution. Here,
yes.
it's just a theoretical part only. Nothing to worry. We will create a load balancer, we'll create a virtual machines, we'll deploy an application on it, Apache application Tomcat, and then we'll access that application using load balancer. Clear? For that, I need your help in tomorrow's session. All right, Chiranjeevi, Harsha, and Siva. I need you guys to create 2 virtual machines of Ubuntu. Right, 2 virtual machines of Ubuntu. I need your help in getting created before the session for our training.
Same region or different region?
Same region.
Okay.
Same region.
Okay.
Okay, because your load balancer is bound to region by default.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we have a global load balancers also, same service, but for now we'll look after to understand the concept with by creating 2 virtual machines in same region.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shall we have these VMs ready by tomorrow so that we'll install the application?
Is there any version specific? I see 2 things here. 20.04.
You can go with the latest version. 20.04 is latest version.
That's the latest. Okay.
Right. What we will do tomorrow, once after you created these VMs, we will install the application on this Ubuntu. We'll access them individually, and then I will create one load balancer. I will access the same application through the load balancer. I will show you the entire practical portfolio for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions? So tomorrow, second half. So I will be free tomorrow, second half. Will you guys available? Let's say from the evening from 5, 6, 7, 8, any slot.
Yeah, I'll be available. Yeah.
Yeah, Harsha, Siva.
Yeah, actually, anytime I want to go.
Then that's fine. I will confirm the time today night itself by tomorrow. Let's have tomorrow spend some more time. Complete some more concepts.
Yeah.
Okay, which are being pending from this weekdays. We'll get it ready to close in weekends. Okay.
Morning time or evening time, Sandra?
No, for weekends, tomorrow we'll have it in the evening. Sunday we'll have morning and evening. Okay. From Monday onwards, I will make it from the morning sessions only for you. By 8 or 8:30, I will make it in the morning.
Yeah, super.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining. See you tomorrow. I will confirm you the timings.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.